Welcome back to the channel Afro European. Black culture from the perspective from a black guy living in Europe. Trying to show how much it's similar or influenced by Black American culture. Afro-American culture. So today I want to show you this video right here. This is short. I saw this on my YouTube feed and I wanted to make a video about this. Let's watch it.
Man, I done gave this dude all favors, man, all this favor. I set trip. I grab him. Pop, boom. I put him on the wall. And I'm like, get this jewelry, man. Now you gotta get the fuck out of Miami, dog. Now me and you can no longer be. He got 3 men posted up. They get up coming. My man Tifa, he got a fumble with the pistol, so I dropped him. Man, what you doing? Then he finally gets sued. Back up, back up.
So for context, this is a guy. I don't know this guy. I never heard of him, but apparently he's typically an OG. A OG who apparently robbed Lil Wayne and told him that he should leave the city. And now he's an older guy. Maybe I don't know how long ago it happened. I didn't even do my due diligence as doing my research fully and who's this guy. I don't even care who this guy is. He's a prime example of a problem that we have within this black community. And I named the channel Afro European, so I made it from the perspective of being a black guy. But when I made this channel, I didn't want to limit myself to just talking about black topics. But hey, it's the color of my skin. It's what I'm confronted with the most in my life. I don't have a mirror in front of me all the time, so I don't care that I'm black, but other people seem to care about it. So anyway, this is something that's typically happening, I would say, mostly within the black community. It happens over here, the same. I'm from the Caribbean. I live in Europe, I'm from the Caribbean, and I can tell you that I don't know about Africa, but within most black cultures, this is happening. The bullying. Right? The bullying. So this is a shameful act. This man did a shameful act. He robbed somebody. It's a criminal offense. Right? It's nothing to be proud of. I don't see, for example, Chinese people being proud, talking about their crimes, talking about how they ripped, robbed, slapped, F somebody's girlfriend, stuff like that. These are shameful acts, but only within the black community for some reason. This is, how you say that? This is highlighted, this is praised. That's the word I'm looking for. This is praised among black men. Also women. That's another issue that I will keep coming back and back at. That I think that women, I don't want to blame women. I don't want to point my finger, women. No. But because women want these bad boys, men tend to want to be these bad boys because they want women. So they be like, hey, if I'm a sassy guy, if I'm a, goofy guy, if I'm a lame, I'm not gonna get nothing. So I gotta be this bad boy. And at some point, it starts with just one day you decide, when you were young especially, you grow up, you watch how men move, you be like, yeah, I'd rather be that guy than to be that guy. Because that guy's lame. And that guy, he gets respect. He gets, you could say power to some degree. So this is why, from that point of view, I'm blaming black women, saying that because they demand from certain men that they are a certain type of man. So men actually take that jacket, wear the jacket, fill those shoes, and they become that man. You are what you think that you are, right? As if you think that you are a gangster, a thug, at some point, you're gonna believe, it's not just gonna be, you believe it, you're gonna be a thug. So this man robs Lil Wayne from his chain, tells him that he should not come to the city anymore. And now we are so many years ahead in time, maybe 20 years, maybe he did his time, maybe the crime, I don't know, maybe, how do you say that? Maybe it's not valid anymore. I don't know how that works in the States exactly. Because to me, it seems like he's snitching on himself. That's how it sounds to me. It sounds to me that this guy is confessing a crime on camera, which is one of the stupidest things that a man can do. But okay, apparently he has his reasons. He gets clout, he gets respect, he gets, you see, because he knows that. He knows that this is gonna credit my street. It's gonna, my street credibility. It will increase my street credibility. You know, I robbed a famous guy, a multi-millionaire, somebody that everybody knows, so people should know not to play with me like that. I ain't about these games. Oh man, I'm getting tired of this. Because on the other hand, you could also say like, hey, let me give you another example, right? Let's say that this dude would come out these days and would say something like, you know, when I was a younger guy, I did some stupid-ish. This phenomenal talent, this, I wouldn't say necessarily prime example of what a black man should be. I don't say that Lil Wayne is a prime example of what a black man should be, but he is a extremely talented guy, somebody who works hard, somebody who barely gets in trouble. I know he had some legal issues, you know, he was caught with a gun or something like that, but generally speaking, you don't hear too much crazy things about him. He's a hard worker, he's extremely talented, and you know, this guy could also say like, I robbed him and I'm ashamed of it and I apologize. By this way, I hope that someday I get the chance to actually shake his hand and offer my apologies to him. No. He's going to talk about how he did this, how he pushed him against the wall, how he took his chain. And the comments, if you look at the comments, I will show you some comments. I will make some screenshots from some comments. People are saying like, he's snitching on himself. Why is this because why? I will tell you why. Because among us black men in the black culture, doesn't matter where on, I don't know, maybe Africa's different. I don't know. But as far as I've seen, you will get more respect from other black men when you say stuff and do stuff like this than when you are a guy who would do the opposite, right? When you would say like, yo, I got robbed, for example. Let me, this is something that pops up in my mind right now. You know why Tupac is considered the greatest? You know why Tupac is considered the greatest rapper? Because his vulnerability. For the younger people who are not familiar with his whole catalog, Tupac had a song, I think, I don't know the title right now, but he has a song where he has this line where he said like, he went to jail. He has a few songs actually. One song he says he went to jail and he got R-aped, right? He got R-aped by other prisoners. Another song, he says that his uncle used to touch him. These are topics that rappers, especially rappers, don't talk about because it might break your image, right? Like, oh, it starts, man on man love is type of, like, that's, as a rapper, you want to stay as far away from that as possible, right? But Tupac, he, on the other hand, he was the guy who was able to be vulnerable and open about topics like these. And that's why he became the king. That's why he is who he is, even till this day. And that's why, that's another video. That's why even though he died way too young, maybe it's even good that he died young, because now he can't mess up his own catalog, right? We got plenty of great music from him and he's gone. That's why he's unmatched. That's why he's untouchable. That's why there's no other rapper who can do what he did. Like the little Nas X, right? He had a remarkable come up because yeah, he had these things where he was wearing dresses and putting on makeup, and I think it was a little too much, you know. But still, it's only among us black men that it's a real problem, right? It's a real problem. It's an issue. Well, we had, like I said, we had somebody like Tupac who already showed us, like, there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with being open about the pain or whatever you went through in your life. But no, what do? We keep praising men like this. We keep praising men like this. Men who say that they are about their street life. They are for real. They ain't not playing. They got bodies. Look at the hype around King Von. Look at the hype around King Von. Now, don't get me wrong, King Von, he's actually a good rapper, a good storyteller. And when I listen to his music, I can appreciate it to the point of, you know, me being in Europe, listening to how brothers in the hood are surviving, how things go, stories, real things. So it's interesting to some degree, but the way that people praise it, and again, the way that women be like, what type of man do you want? I want a King Von. You gotta be like King Von. You gotta look like King Von. Okay, they don't even want him to be like King Von. They want King Von. We're at the stage right now that they don't even say like somebody who feels or moves like, no, I want King Von. It doesn't matter if he took multiple bodies. I don't care. Actually, I do care because I want a guy like that. We praise that. So because of that, most men now be like, okay, I'm gonna be King Von. I'm gonna be King Von. We have a whole generation of men right now who grew up with King Von. Think about that for a second. A whole generation of men who were maybe like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Their father were pumping that music all day long, so they listened to that music all day long. So that's how they were raised now, by somebody like King Von. So this problem, it won't end here, right? Like the rappers who are going, needing to have bodies in order to be a real one. This is an old school guy. He robbed Lil Wayne, and he gets some clout for it, right? He gets some clout for it. Clout equals money, no matter how you put it. He can be the most, I want to say goofy. He's not about goofy. He can be it can be the most ridiculous situation. If you get enough clout, you can get money out of it. But this gets you clout in the black community. Being degenerate. You know, being about the street life. Being a thug. Being a menace to society. Man, I want to keep this one short. We already at like 13 minutes, so let me just cut it right here. But this is one of those ridiculous things that's influencing all black people around the world, man. It's not just in the States. In Europe, it's the same, and I want to put a bet on it that in Africa it won't be much better. It won't be much better in Africa, you know, black Africa, whatever that means. For sure will be most of Africa. So, Afro-European, drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.